I'm going to introduce Bob Kafka, who is with ADAPT of Texas and the American Disabled for Attendant programs today. So, Bob?
Thank you, Charlene. I've been asked to introduce Andy, who's a really good friend. You know, I sometimes wonder, why when you introduce somebody, you go through the litany of their vita and stuff like that, because most people don't really listen, and it's either after they've eaten, but it seems to be the way to do it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to kind of talk generally about Andy. First, I just want you to know about him is that he's one of the preeminent leaders in the disability rights community and is respected as such. Two, he's a very proud father. I think that's even more important than his role as a person in the disability rights movement. The other is he's a really close personal friend that I've known for so many years, and when you meet Andy, it's not so much what his background is, it's just sort of his personality that sort of comes through. And then the other thing is that, and which he's very actually open and proud of, is he's a person with bipolar manic depression, which frequently people who see disability, if you don't see a wheelchair, a cane, a crutch, or something visible, you don't see the disability. The other, what his more formal role is that he's the president and CEO of the American Association of People with Disabilities. And the key word of that is of people with disabilities. A lot of the discussion this morning revolved around the silos and how we categorize by our labels. One of the things about AAPD, which is very exciting to those of us in the disability rights community, is that it's an organization of individuals of all types of disabilities. And so the agenda is broad. The agenda is something that we all can buy into, and that it isn't so much provider-driven, but it's individual rights, individual services, and what the individual really needs. Andy is a consummate politician. He's as I went to one of his dinners, he's a consummate fundraiser. He works really well with the employment community and the provider community. He doesn't have a label of far left or far right. Some accuse him of being a damn Republican, and some accuse him of being a damn Democrat. I haven't heard anyone call him a socialist, communist, or other. So, but the thing that I think that really illustrates, Andy's sort of role in disability rights is that he is not afraid to show up at an ADAPT protest where people are doing civil disobedience. He was really one of the first people over there at Gallaudet to try to find out if he could help in the protest when the deaf students were advocating for their rights over there. And so even though he can sit in the corporate boardroom, he can also be out there in the streets holding a banner and a sign. And so I just want to give you Mr. Andy Imparato.